Hey guys, what's going on? I'm back with another video, and today's going to be a bit different than usual because today, instead of playing games, I'm going to be ranking all 32 of the projected starting quarterbacks in the 2023 to 2024 NFL season. So, how this is going to work, I have a tier list here, it goes 1 through 32. Although I'm just going to start from the bottom up, putting who I think is the worst to the best quarterbacks, and at the end, I should have a completed tier list about all the quarterbacks in the NFL. So first off, I think I'm gonna put the rookies, the newer rookies. So Anthony Richardson, I'm gonna put as the last place quarterback, and he's coming up to a bad Indianapolis team. He doesn't have many weapons apart from Jonathan Taylor. I don't think he's gonna do that well this year, so I'm putting him at 32. I'm gonna put Bryce Young down at 31. I think C.J. Stroud is gonna have a better rookie year than Bryce Young. Bryce Young was put into the worst situation, I feel like, after Carolina traded their DJ Moore to the Bears. I think he's going to be 31. Other than with that, CJ Stroud is going to be put at 30 just to finish out the starting rookie quarterbacks. Okay, now at 29, I think I'm going to put Sam Howell. We didn't get to see him play much. I'm pretty sure he only started one game last year against the Cowboys, I believe. He did decent in that game, but it just wasn't enough to put him above any of these other quarterbacks. Okay, at 28, I'm going to put Desmond Ritter. So Ritter is going to pop in at 28 because same was Howell. We didn't get to see him much last season. Okay, so while making this list, I noticed there was no Jordan Love, and there's actually Trey Lance and Brock Purdy. But I believe Brock Purdy is going to start above Trey Lance. So I'm going to use Trey Lance as Jordan Love because there is no Jordan Love on this list. So at 27, I'm going to put Jordan Love. Same as these other quarterbacks, he hasn't had much experience. He's been in the league for 2 years. He sat behind Aaron Rodgers, so that could help him a lot. He could be a really good quarterback. 26, I think I'm going to put Kenny Pickett. So Kenny Pickett in his rookie year, he had a lot of struggles with interceptions. He didn't look that great in his rookie year. He had some moments, like in that primetime night. I forget who they were playing, but he had that nice fourth quarter drive to win the game. Okay, next, 25. I'm actually going to put Brock Purdy at number 25. So Brock Purdy is going to be put at number 25. He had a pretty good rookie season from going from the last pick in the draft to bringing the 49ers all the way to the championship game. He played really well in those games, but also the 49ers had a ton of weapons which could have helped him. And he's coming off a pretty bad injury that he suffered in the championship game to the Eagles. So Brock Purdy is going to be put at 25. Okay, hold on. I forgot that Baker Mayfield was here, so I'm just going to move everyone up a slot, like Kenny Pickett. I do think Baker Mayfield is actually better than Jordan Love, though. If he could get the inconsistencies out, then I think he could be a lot better. But right now, I'll put at 26, worse than Kenny Pickett and Brock Purdy. All right, at 23, I'm going to put Jimmy Garoppolo. So there's Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm putting Jimmy Garoppolo above Brock Purdy. This one was really close. I didn't know who to put in between 23 and 24, but because I think Brock Purdy played better than Garoppolo did on the 49ers. But after coming off that injury, I don't know how good he's going to be. I don't know if he's going to be up to par that he did because he only played like 5 games last year. Don't know if he's going to reciprocate that. We know we're getting with Jimmy Garoppolo. He's going to be a decent starter. He's going to be fine, serviceable. So that's why I'm put Jimmy Garoppolo at 23.
So now at 22, I'm going to put Ryan Tannehill. He's getting older now. He got injured a bit last season. And also, I don't think he's going to be starting this entire season. He may not even be a day one starter. So that's why I think Ryan Tannehill should be at number 22. Not too low, but also not too high. Now at number 21, I'm going to go Mac Jones. He's fine. He could get you. He could get the checkdowns. He could get the nice medium range passes, but he won't do anything too splashy. He doesn't scramble a lot. He just stays in the pocket. He's like Kirk Cousins, but just a little bit worse. So that's why I'm gonna put Mac Jones at 21. Okay, at number 20, I'm going to put Daniel Jones. I just think that he's a Mac Jones, but he could scramble, but he also fumbles the ball. So I'm gonna put Daniel Jones at 20. Some people may have him higher, but I think he's pretty good at 20. Okay, at number 19, I am going to put Justin Fields. I think now with the addition of DJ Moore and Chase Claypool having a full offseason, he should become like a really good passer. He's shown flashes of him having deep passes. We already know he's really good at running, but right now it's just hard to put him over other people that we know can already like play at a high level and are already really well developed. So that's why I'm gonna put Justin Fields at number 19. which I think after the season he's going to skyrocket. He could even be a top 10 quarterback after the season. But right now, I'm going to keep him at number 19. At number 18, Derek Carr. So I really like Derek Carr. I feel like he's really underrated. I really like that pickup as the New Orleans Saints. I think the Saints are going to be really good. He's really clutch in the fourth quarter. But also, there's a lot of people I think I'd rather have over Derek Carr. So right now, I'm putting him at 18. Alright, at number 17, I'm going to put Russell Wilson. Just after last year, you can't put him any higher than this. There's a lot of people who played so much better than him last season. I do think in the later part of the year, once they fired Nathaniel Hackett, the Broncos did actually look pretty decent, but right now I have to keep him at 17. For number 16, Jared Goff. I think Jared Goff is also pretty underrated, just like Derek Carr, but I think that he's going to be able to take the Lions, get them maybe a playoff team, possibly a playoff team. They could win the NFC North with Jared Goff. Jared Goff is a proven winner. He's made it to the Super Bowl with the Rams. I think he's a pretty undervalued quarterback, so I'm going to put him at number 16. At number 15, I'm going to put Geno Smith of the Seattle Seahawks. Played really good last year, so I'm putting him at 15 just because we don't know how he's going to be this year. Last year was kind of his first really good season. At number 14, Matthew Stafford. So Stafford, I thought was a really good quarterback, but last year, I couldn't really get into the Rams. The Rams just were never good as a team. I get Cooper Kupp got injured. Matthew Stafford also got injured a ton, but also with Matthew Stafford aging, he's probably not going to be who he once was after coming off the injury. So I'm going to put Matthew Stafford at 14. At number 13, I'm going to put Kyler Murray of the Arizona Cardinals. So Kyler Murray, he's a tricky guy. We don't know how he's really going to be. He just came off that bad injury. I believe he tore his ACL, maybe. So he had an ACL injury. So those are always really tricky, especially for a running quarterback. That could really prevent him from being as good of a rusher as he once was. So I'm going to put Kyler Murray as 13. He's still really talented, could be a great quarterback. But after that, coming off the ACL injury, I don't really know how he's going to be. 12, I'm going to put Kirk Cousins. I'm actually a really big fan of Kirk Cousins. I think he's extremely underrated. A lot of people hate on him because he's not a winner, but he brought the Vikings to a really good season last year. He's always done just enough. He's always been a good quarterback. Now he's also got Jordan Addison to add on to that, but they're losing Dalvin Cook. I still think Madison's a good running back. So I feel like Kirk is just going to do as good as he always does. He's going to be a top 12 quarterback. And yeah, I think he's going to have a really good season this year. For 11, I'm going to put Deshaun Watson. He's just been such a good quarterback in the past. He's been so productive. He's been so athletic. He's carried the Texans to really good seasons that I'm going to put him at 11. He could be a lot higher. He could be a lot worse. He's kind of just like a wild card. We don't know how he's really going to play. Hasn't had much game experience lately. So yeah, I think 11 is a good spot for him. Okay, now we've cracked the top 10. I think the 10th best quarterback in the league right now is going to be Dakota Prescott. He's a top 10 quarterback. He just can never, one of the biggest problems about him, he can never take his team to the next level. He can never take him that far in the playoffs. He's a really good regular season quarterback. There's some problems with him throughout the league, but he's usually always leading in, or top 5 at least, in passing yards and passing touchdowns. So I'm going to put Dak Prescott at number 10. Okay, at number 9, I'm going to put Trevor Lawrence. He had a breakout season last year after a pretty underwhelming and subpar rookie season. Brought the Jaguars. He got them their first playoff win since 2017, I think. So I think his production's going to go up year 3 as well. At number 8, Tua something Vailoa. So those head injuries, we have no idea how he's going to be. But when he was healthy, he was a really good quarterback. I'm pretty sure he was getting MVP votes at the start of the season. Yeah, I think he's a really good, solid quarterback to put at number 8. Number 7, I am going to put Lamar Jackson. He has always proven himself as a really good, explosive threat anytime a defense is playing him. Only problem, though, is his injury concerns, which for a rushing running back happens. I think he's going to have a good season this year if he can stay healthy, so that's why he's at number 7. Justin Herbert. So Justin Herbert, I really like Justin Herbert. I think that he's a really good quarterback. If he did win that game against the Jacksonville Jaguars in the playoffs, he probably definitely would have been a top 5 quarterback. Possible, Hall of Fame candidate at the end of his career if he keeps playing at the level he has been. Going at number 5 on the top 5 list is going to be Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is getting a lot of hate. He's probably falling down a lot of people's charts after last season because he didn't have a great season. But before that, you just can't forget he had two MVP seasons back to back. That was only 2 years ago was his last season. And last year he lost out on Davante Adams. Had a bunch of new young receivers. I think he still could be an MVP candidate this season with the New York Jets. Number 4, I'm going to put Jalen Hurts. He brought the Eagles to the Super Bowl. They had an astounding season. Hurts had an astounding season. I think he's going to mimic last season and be just as good, so he's at number 4. Number 3 quarterback in the league, I have Joshua Allen of the Bills. So Josh Allen, he's a great quarterback. He's had such good seasons, MVP candidate seasons, but he just hasn't been able to get over the hump and be the best quarterback. Only problem is in the playoffs, he just can't get past the Kansas City Chiefs or the Cincinnati Bengals. He could just never capitalize, get to the final round, make it to the Super Bowl. So for that reason, I'm putting him at number 3. Number 2, I'm going to put Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow has been outstanding his entire career. He had a great rookie season before the injury. Then he had a great sophomore and junior season. He's getting them really far in the playoffs. He's brought them to now title contenders almost every single year. And I don't think that's going to change in the future. I think he's going to keep playing great and keep making the Bengals go far in the playoffs. And number 1, this is probably the easiest pick. I'm going to put Patrick Mahomes. He is by far the best quarterback in the league. He's going to probably be a first ballot Hall of Famer when he's done with his career. He's just been so outstanding, and it would be a crime to put him anywhere else but number 1. Here is the look at the list. I hope you guys liked the video. If you agree or disagree, make sure to tell me in the comments. But I think this is a pretty solid list for right now, and that's going to be all. If you guys liked the video, it would hit the like button. It would help me out a ton, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.